Hello everyone, welcome back to the TJOmega channel for day 1031 of our daily content grind. I'm back in from MetroCon 2024. I'm exhausted, but the grind must keep grinding, and we must talk about the news on Monday, so let's do a news roundup and get some stories out of the way, so we are free to discuss all the cool new stuff that happened in Transformers, most of which happened while I was away. And that kind of starts with this leaked image. We have a first look at Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime, and it just it kind of just looks like a retail version of Masterpiece 3.0, like right down to relying on a backpack that's kind of sort of shaped like the backpack the animation model has, but wait, it's still bigger. It's doing what I really want an Optimus Prime to do, though, aside from just being really articulated. He's got butterfly joints, which is really great to see. I don't see wheels. That's the big thing for me when it comes to a Prime. Typically, you figure out where the front wheels go somewhere in his torso and the rear wheels go into his legs, but it's very rare when they actually put the effort into hiding all of the wheels on Prime. I see no trace of them here, so that's already a really good sign. I'm looking forward to seeing this leak a little bit further because this is literally the only shot. We don't see what the vehicle mode looks like. We have no picture of the trailer. Obviously, this is a potato quality picture that someone just did a really goofy photo of. Like, leakers, I'm begging you, if you're going to post images of a brand new toy for the cred, please make it a good photo. I can't even really see his chest from here. But I'm sure this will not take much longer for someone with a good quality camera to get a hold of it and show us everything this toy is all about. So I'm sure we're going to go all over it at some point. Alright. As for things that were officially photographed, there's the word. Oh my god, I am tired. Alright, so we're looking at Project T-Spark Animus Machina AMT-01 Rodimus, which is a mouthful, but is a gorgeous, gorgeous figure that is now up for pre-order, so we actually know the relative price behind this, depending on where the yen is at the time. So with all the official images, we can see very clean looks at the robot mode and the vehicle mode and how poseable this toy is. It is an exceptional piece. You can tell that this is not just your standard deluxe. This isn't even a masterpiece. This is something different. This is smaller scale than masterpiece. Closer to what we're used to as far as a Transformer goes. But die-cast parts, extreme amounts of paint and engineering. It's going all out, which is really, really cool to see. I'm looking forward to this one a lot. It is currently retailing for 30,800 yen, which is about $191. Again, depends on where the yen is when the pre-order comes up. But it looks like a premium item. It is genuinely Takara just going all out and doing what Takara rarely gets to do, which is just throw everything into one toy as well as they can. I'm really looking forward to this. This is like the most exciting figure to me right now. And the prospects of what could come afterwards, that's more exciting. A little bit of a faux pas from last week. So this came in just under the wire. We didn't talk about the Fractured Friendship 2-pack of Gladiator Megatron and Security Officer Orion packs, which is going to be the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set this year. This one is fascinating to me. Okay, so for starters, they're both retools, one being Siege Megatron again. We went over that last week. And the other one being a retool of Gamer Edition Optimus Prime, which is a fascinating choice. I mean, it's Cybertronian, so that makes sense. But it's an interesting choice to recreate IDW 1.0 Orion packs. And then they show this photo. Look at how much taller it is. Jeez, like, I like wide, stocky body Optimus Prime from the Gamer Edition, but oh my god, like, you give him new legs that stretch him out, and he just, like, that is seriously going to take one of my figures of the year, and it's going to upgrade it in a very, very cool way. I'm seriously looking forward to this version of Prime. Yeah, there's the previous Orion packs they did from the Siege Hound mold, just replicating how he looked in like the older issues. But now we have like a proper Optimus Prime, as we tended to call him. Meanwhile, Megatron is really just a repaint of the previous minor Megatron, which is a retool of the Siege Megatron. But they added a couple new parts to him. The Gladiator weapons appeared in the comics, both the Energon sword, as well as the hammer, which is actually from Psykill, or at least the bot that looks exactly like Psykill, but is left unnamed due to how weird GoBot ownership is. Look at the vehicle mode. I love how tight this vehicle mode is, and how it invokes a full semi-truck without actually having a trailer. This is one of those where I'm genuinely curious how much of this blue actually shows in robot mode. Like, it could have customized or actually redo the top half of that in order to look like a gray trailer and still leave enough of the legs blue to work in the robot mode. I want to see that now. I think it would be. I think that would be pretty cool if it's doable. If it's doable, I genuinely don't know. But no, this is a really cool looking Prime. Like, it's like in vehicle mode, it looks nothing like the original. It doesn't look anything like Gamer Edition Prime, which is a pretty impressive job. They even covered up the back. They fixed the problem the original toy had with his back side being exposed. Yeah, I just can't get over how much taller it is. That's already a beefy figure, and you added that much height to it. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to this set a lot. I am really looking forward to this set. So let's see. What else do we have going? Well, we'll jump back to Takara Tomy over here. This is more Project T-Sparks pre-orders, and that means more official stock photos. So here is the Bingo Sports Optimus Prime, modeled after his last night appearance, which is still a weird thing to see an Optimus Prime transform into a race car, but here's the universe we live in. Crosshairs was retooled into Optimus Prime. Like, I can't get over that. I can't get over it. It's such an odd choice. It's such an odd choice. He even comes with a dual gun still, which is funny. Because like, Optimus Prime packing twin gats is not what I expected. It looks cool, though. I mean, I will admit, just the oddity of it interests me. I'm not going to buy it, but the intrigue of it, like just the curiosity that it is, I think makes it worthy of existing. So I'm sure someone out there is going to love this. Shattered Glass Masterpiece Optimus Prime also up. We've seen images of him before. He's still looking nice. I still don't know if this is what's going to get me to finally buy this mold, but there you are. The Project T-Spark's also going to include another run of Bumblebee. This is the Masterpiece version, I believe, and yeah, like I don't have enough of a recollection of the original to know if this is repainted or improved in deco in some way. It just kind of looks like Bumblebee. You know, it's just kind of how it goes. And then Takara is getting a release of what used to be the Amazon Optimus Prime. Now it's just oh my god, I'm tired. It's just the Volvo Optimus Prime mold. Yeah, it looks like they put a little bit of twist on the deco, or I can't remember mine offhand at the moment. One or the other, but Japan's getting their own release of it as part of T-Spark, which is cool because it is a nice mold. It is a nice mold. Masterpiece also announced a Shattered Glass Jetfire, and that's pretty obvious. You know, like there's really nothing you can do with the Jetfire mold unless you introduce the idea of shattered glass into this. So it's interesting to see Takara kind of embracing the idea of the Shattered Glass characters. He looks cool. I mean, it's traditional Decepticon colors. He looks really cool. I mean, black and purple are just going to look good. It's going to. It's just weird. It's weird to see a masterpiece at that level. I do like that it comes with the red Autobot symbol. That's a great touch. I'm glad they left that gimmick in. The little figurines seem to be gone, though. Like, you should have, like, little Shattered Glass versions of, like, Optimus and Jazz and, but, oh well, I'll take what I can get. This is still fun. I still like this. we have a look at the next Mayhem Attack Squad set, which is Bludgeon and Ruckus. And Bludgeon is basically just the Bludgeon toy retooled again. Another new head. Now he finally gets the new chest the original one desperately needed. This is to represent one of his looks in IDW. And in that, it is somewhat close. Like, the detailing is there. The new head and chest definitely helps that. And then Ruckus, very predictably, is a extensive retool of the Beachcomber mold. That's not a shock to me, because really, what else are you going to do with Beachcomber's mold? I'm looking forward to that set, too. It's a weird bludgeon, but it's definitely, like, it's doing enough that I'm interested in it. And then, yeah, I just need the Ruckus. I need the Ruckus to complete my trigger cons. I believe, yeah, we don't have extra images of those. All we have is this little preview shot. No one's taken vehicle mode photos of these guys either, which is a shame. We have in-hand shots for Transformers 1 toys, which are starting to show up at retail already. We're still over 2 months away from the movie, like 2.5 months, and the toys are already starting to hit retailers. Because I'm sure a lot of them are eager to clear out Transformers Earthspark stuff. I've seen a lot of clearance Earthspark. So I assume this is replacing a lot of that stuff at the moment. Let's see. We have Bumblebee, of course. Vehicle mode looking fine. I mean, these are simpler versions of deluxes, similar to how Earthspark and Cyberverse previously did their deluxes. But they do come with their own little charm, and they are, like, efficient toys. You know, there's not a lot of over-complexity to them, but they still manage to pull off a decent Transformer with decent articulation. So it's good to see. And I do like the look of both B and Sentinel Prime here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these. I'm looking forward to my wallet getting a rest, because, oh my god, like, even now, like, I came home and there were more pre-orders about to charge. Oh my god, I just got back from an anime con. I don't need this right now. So if these can just hold off and not show up in my area for a while, that'd be nice. I would appreciate that. I'm eager to get them eventually, though. Alright, let's go to some official third party here. So we have the in-hand shots of Kotobukiya's Cliff Jumper. It's the mold for Bumblebee. They didn't really do much to change. I believe the hoodie is even the same, because those are not Cliff Jumper's horns. But the upside here is, yeah, at least she has a new facial expression, which is how they worked the Seekers in this series. So that's not too bad of a choice, you know, because it gets across. You know, it's Cliff Jumper. She Angie, you know, she needs to be just a little bit mean. So it's not a bad call. I actually got to see these at the convention for the first time in person, which is kind of weird. Still not my thing, but I know there's people who are relentless about collecting these. So good luck, because this was this one's limited. Let's see, Bumblebee available at the show for $150. I don't know how well it sold in Anime Expo, but we'll see on eBay. YOLO Park showing off their brand new Ape Link, a heavy retool of the. Actually, no, this is a AMK Pro, so this isn't a retool. This is a brand new mold. So the AMK Pros, as opposed to the standard AMKs, are a little bit bigger, I believe, and they are die-cast included parts, and the detailing is way more intense and extreme in these. You can see how the parts break down and the level of assembly that you will have to go through. There's the skeleton before you add all of the armor bits. It's fascinating they actually showed this part, you know. They didn't do this on the previous ones. It's a fascinating blank slate, because we never got to see Ape Link in robot mode, so the fact that they just kind of get to play around with it and actually just play with the idea is kind of cool. I know Hasbro's got their own Ape Link coming out at some point. I mean, they must, right? Even if it hasn't appeared on a link, it's got to be up there somewhere. So, on a leak. Oh my god, I need a nap. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, see, there's your size difference. It's only a little bit, but for Ape Link, I think that makes sense. He's a little bit beefier and a little bit bigger. Yeah, another cool release. Like, YOLO Park does really good work. Like, there's a lot of really extensive detail in that toy. We have new stuff from Blockies as well. Series 2 of their Shining versions, the 1985 set. So this is basically just like a best of set with a couple of new Blockies thrown in. In this case, Sunstorm and Beachcomber. So this is kind of a nice second chance to get a hold of these. Offhand, I can't really remember if there's like a difference between these when they call them Shining version. But I do believe it is just... I do believe they're just like a new run of the previous figures. Just to give you another chance to get a hold of them. Maybe a few little deco changes. Because I know that that detail on Optimus Prime's chest with the Matrix showing through, that's not what the first looked like. So, another chance to get a hold of some of the hotter and some of the more popular characters in the line. Not a bad idea. Here's a weird one for the week. So, Overwatch and Transformers crossover is finally revealed. You will forgive me, I don't play Overwatch, so I don't know the characters. But these are just new skins for previous existing characters. So, Optimus Prime will be a Reinhardt skin. Ilari, I'm going with, is going to be RC. Bastion is Bumblebee. And then, I believe it's Genji that's Megatron? No. Ramatra. Yeah, again, I don't know these. I don't know these characters. Someone this morning told me it was Genji. I don't even know there's a Genji in the game. The Bumblebee with the Cyclops eye is super weird. So is Sunder being on his shoulder, but we'll take it. RC doesn't look too bad. Like, that's actually pretty close to how an RC is supposed to look. Optimus. Super beef Optimus. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool. And then there's Megatron with big arms. This came with a trailer, by the way, that's like super anime and just like hyper detailed. And it really kind of makes me wish that some really expensive studio got their hands on a Transformer license. Oh well. It's a cool little video. I would recommend it, even if you're not into Overwatch. I think it's cool and worth a watch. There's also a little comic that goes with it as well that kind of puts some little fiction into how this works. Apparently, these are the Transformers like choosing avatars in this universe, which is kind of how they get the mashup. I don't know how well that plays into the fiction of Overwatch, but there you go. They actually did explain it. And to wrap us up, we have a brand new Transformers video game announced. This is Transformers Galactic Trials, which is this interesting hybrid of a race and combat game. You spend some of your time racing and then transform and fight your way through generic enemies and other players. I'm not sure how exactly that's going to work. That feels a little bit messy, but I don't know. Maybe they figured it out. Maybe that works well. There is 2 players co-op, which is local, which is cool. Didn't see anything about online co-op, though. At least they didn't mention it. So the thing to take away from this is that it's being done by Outright Games, which is the same people that is behind... I'm looking for any info on these screenshots. Outright Games are the same ones that were behind the Transformers Earthspark video game, and I'll tell you right now, that does not give me much confidence. But we'll see. It's actually like shocking to me that it took this long for someone to figure out, hey, maybe we should do a racing game with this franchise that revolves around vehicles. About time. So that's going to be your news for the week. Got quite a bit of variety going on here. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.